When you think of the Halo series, legendary characters like Master Chief and Arbiter usually come to mind. But buried deep within the epic battles of Halo 3 is a character most players hardly ever notice, and that character is Female Marine 3. She's one of the many background Marines fighting alongside Master Chief, but what makes her fascinating isn't that she travels across the galaxy to fight alongside Chief and Arby. It's the surprising connection that she shares with some sci-fi TV royalty. A connection very few people knew existed. Female Marine 3 is voiced by none other than Katie Sackhoff, and she's even based on one of Katie's most iconic roles. Is there much of a physical resemblance between Female Marine 3 and Katie Sackhoff? Maybe not. It's hard to tell since Halo 3's faces tend to be pretty low quality. Plus, Katie Sackhoff is only credited as the voice of Female Marine 3 and not motion capture or her likeness. But regardless, she is definitely the voice behind that character, so let's find out who she is and why her role is so important for this. Now, I know you are all eager to learn the truth behind this mystery, but first, there's something else you might also want to learn in this quick message from our sponsor, Boot.dev. Have you ever wanted to learn how to program? Well, Boot.dev is here to help. Yes, I know, learning a whole programming language sounds tedious and boring, but Boot.dev makes it easy and fun by turning the process into something like a video game. With Boot.dev, you can learn multiple languages, including Python, Go, JavaScript, TypeScript, SQL, or C, and learn how to use those for web development, making games, and much more. With how they gamify their courses, you'll never get bored. But of course, the best way to learn programming is simply by doing it and writing code for actual projects, which is what Boot.dev has you doing. Much like a video game, you'll progress through courses like you're completing levels and quests, all while earning XP, achievements, and trying to get a top spot on the global leaderboards. They even have a bi-monthly boss fights where the community works together to gain bonus XP for each completed lesson during the event. If you're ready to take on a new challenge and learn back-end web development, simply go to Boot.dev and try out their courses for free. Then use my code Generalkidd to get 25% off your entire first year if you choose the annual plan. So, Katie Sackhoff has played a lot of sci-fi roles in the entertainment industry. Her career began with smaller TV roles, but since then, she's been in a lot of major sci-fi TV shows, movies, and even video games. One of her most prominent roles in recent years is Bo-Katan from The Mandalorian, a character she originally voiced on Star Wars The Clone Wars, and later she will portray in the live-action Mandalorian. On the video game side of things, one of her more prominent roles was doing the voice and motion capture for Sarah Hall in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and 4. But her most important role in this context of this video is the character Kara Thrace, call sign Starbuck, from Battlestar Galactica, a part which earned her critical acclaim and a much devoted fan base. So the Battlestar Galactica series that she played as Starbuck is the 2004 reimagining of the original 1978 series. This series is set in a distant star system where humanity is nearly wiped out by their own robotic creations called Cylons. The human race is basically reduced to a small nomadic fleet of civilian ships, led by the only surviving military ship, the Battlestar Galactica. The only hope for the survivors is to search for a mythical planet called Earth, while being pursued by the Cylons that want to wipe out the rest of humanity. Starbuck, or Kara Thrace, is a fighter pilot with a rebellious streak. Specifically, she pilots Vipers, the main type of space fighters in that show. She's talented, fiercely independent, and often unpredictable. Her bravado, a mix of sarcasm, grit, and heart, makes her one of the most memorable and important characters of the show. Katie's performance brings Starbuck to life as someone who's loyal to her friends, questions authority, and sometimes gets in trouble for that, but never backs down from a challenge. So you must be thinking that her character Starbuck sounds pretty cool. But what does she have to do with Female Marine 3 in Halo 3? At first glance, Female Marine 3 seems just like another background character, but if you listen closely to her combat dialogue, especially if you're already a fan of Battlestar Galactica, you'll hear something unique about Female Marine 3's dialogue that you won't hear from any other Marine character in Halo 3. Her dialogue, attitude, and even the words she uses are a direct reference to Starbuck. Really, Female Marine 3 is literally Starbuck herself. While Female Marine 3 doesn't actually have any deep character development to her, based on her combat dialogue, she's obviously tough and quick-witted like Starbuck. And she even makes direct references to the show, such as this mention about being a Viper pilot.
Let me drive. Can't be harder than a viper. I'll take the wheel, just like a viper.
So, there you have it. I mean, it's only a couple lines, but she definitely references like being a viper pilot from Battlestar Galactica. That's undeniably a direct reference to the show. However, there's one particular word that female Marine 3 says that truly proves definitively that she is Starbuck. And that word is frack. Now, frack isn't just any word. It's actually a pretty iconic piece of sci-fi history. When Battlestar Galactica aired, it aired on network television, which had restrictions on the use of profanity. The F word was absolutely not allowed. So, as a way around these restrictions, the writers came up with the word frack as a replacement for the F word, and over time, it became an iconic part of the show's language, and is used by Starbuck pretty often, as well as many other characters in the show.
Why can't we use the starboard launch?
It's a gift shop now.
Frack me.
Before takeoff.
Viper 8547, copy that, throttle down.
Tube safe.
Roger, Viper.
Frack, get me out of here!
Brief fracking aboard.
We're on it.
Oh, frack me.
You're not gonna get better lying on your back.
Oh, frack off. You fracked up, pal. Enough! For frack's sake, let him breathe!
In Halo 3, female Marine 3 also uses the word frack, which is obviously a direct nod to Starbuck and Battlestar Galactica.
What the frack? That frackin' Wraith is wrecked. We gotta frack and destroy that thing. Get that frackin' turret. Take down the frackin' Phantom. Frackin' watch out. Get out of the frackin' way. Frackin' grenade. What the hell is that frackin' thing? Frackin' turret. We got a frackin' Banshee. Get your frackin' butt out here. Anyone want some frackin' ice cream? Found the fracker. Frack, he got away. He's not worth the frackin' trouble. Let the fracker go. I'm frackin' on fire. Stuck that fracker. Get this frackin' thing off me. Get it the frack off me. Frack, what the hell was that? Frack, this is a lousy deal. They're fracking all over us! Too fracking close. Covenant frackers! Covenant fractard! You fracking idiot! You are fracked! This fracking sucks. I'm never getting home now. Do I got a frack around here to get a cigar? Anyone know? No? No one? Alright then. Frack.
This is definitely an Easter egg, a reference to Battlestar Galactica, but one that's relatively unknown. I actually could not find any articles talking about this Easter egg, not even on Halopedia, which often has articles or trivia about the most obscure Easter eggs and references in Halo. But it's really more than just a clever, obscure reference. It's really like a way of bringing Starbuck's energy and personality into the world of Halo and into that female Marine character, which is where the next part comes in. Recently, my friend and I went to a Battlestar Galactica convention in New Jersey. A lot of the main cast was there, including Katie Sackhoff, as well as Trisha Helfer, who voiced Veronica Dare in Halo 3 ODST. It was actually really cool getting to meet both of them. But during one of the panels, I got the chance to ask Katie about her role in Halo 3 and whether Bungie had intended for female Marine 3 to be directly based on Starbuck, or if that was a little extra flair that Katie herself added to the character. Here's the video of the response I got. Ignore the wonderful camera work that my friend did.
Sorry, hi.
This is a question about the voice acting role you did in Halo 3, where you voiced one of the Marines in the game. Was that character intentionally meant to be based on Starbuck, or was that something that you added yourself?
I don't know. Was she very Starbuck-esque?
yeah, she even said like what the frack and stuff like that.
Did she really?
Yeah.
Really? Rockstar! She said what the frack?
Yeah, several times.
Busted! I had no idea. I mean, obviously I knew, but like, in Halo. Did you enjoy playing the character?
I mean, it was one of my favorite video games.
So, yeah, Unfortunately, she didn't actually remember the voice acting role that she did for Halo 3. I think she might have even been thinking of Sarah Hall from Black Ops 3 when she asked if I enjoyed playing as her character, since Female Marine 3 is not a playable character in Halo 3, until now. But Katie not remembering her voice acting role of Female Marine 3 is totally understandable. She's done so many roles, both big and small, but Female Marine 3 in Halo 3 was probably so long ago, and such a small role for her compared to everything else she's done. I mean, it would have been cool to get a little more insight into Female Marine 3, but I think it's safe to assume that most likely the writer behind Female Marine 3 at Bungie was probably a huge Battlestar Galactica fan, and when they found out that Starbuck, when Katie Sackhoff was getting cast for that role, they probably threw in like a lot of Battlestar Galactica references and Starbuck references for her. I mean, it's also possible that Katie Sackhoff requested and got permission to throw in some Battlestar Galactica lines and Starbuck lines for that role. Either way, it definitely seems like they had fun with the writing for that character, with the combat dialogue. So, what did end up happening to Female Marine 3 in Halo 3, you might be wondering? Well, according to the game files, she does appear in most missions in Halo 3, all the way from Sierra 117 to the Ark. But she does not appear in any subsequent missions, implying that she died during the events of the Ark, and didn't make it to the attack on the Citadel on the mission to Covenant. She does have some fairly long and pretty dramatic death dialogue too, in the game files, though I'm pretty sure it's never used in-game.
Please, I just wanna— Don't kill me! No, wait, let me— Don't kill me! Please, 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 no! Please, no! Get it over with! Just kill me, you pig! Oh, the pain. The pain. I should have told my brother I loved him more. Oh, God. It hurts. It hurts so bad. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, my God, this sucks. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I hope there's a heaven. I was a good person. Was I a good person? I think I was a good person. I think I see a light. I see, yeah, a light. Follow it. Okay. Hi, Mom. Oh, I can't. Oh. This fracking sucks. I'm never getting home now. Do I got a frack around here to get a cigar? Anyone know? No? No one? All right, then. Frack.
While she doesn't have any cinematic or narrative dialogue in Halo 3, she actually does have somewhat of a cut story arc in her combat dialogue that largely went unused and isn't just, an ordinary Marine shouting pure combat dialogue the entire time and nothing else. So there is some depth to her character, some story to her character. So Female Marine 3, despite having a very generic name for a character, is actually probably the most unique background or side character of Halo 3. And considering Halo 3 is now 18 years old, it's very surprising for me to learn new things nowadays and come across new Easter eggs, especially when it's been right in front of us the whole time. I've only been able to find a couple of videos on YouTube that are just Female Marine 3's dialogue, her voice lines, and in those videos, in the comments, it seems only a handful of people actually even noticed the reference or even got the references. The ones that did notice, though, they had some funny reactions when they connected the dots. They'd say something like they could have sworn they heard the word frack in game, and it blew their mind when they realized that that was no accident. That was actually Katie Sackhoff. That was actually Starbuck herself in game. And I've been a fan of Battlestar Galactica for some time now, with Starbuck being one of my favorite characters too. And I never realized this connection in Halo 3 all these years until quite recently. I, like probably everyone else, just assumed Female Marine 3 was a random background character and didn't give a second thought about her. I didn't even know, in game, that was Female Marine 3. I just assumed that was just another female Marine, and that's it. And the fact that she's technically, an unnamed character basically reinforces that, you know, that we none of us like were expected to even realize that Easter egg. We had to like listen really closely to the combat title like to even pick it up. But as it turns out, that unnamed character is secretly Starbuck from Battlestar Galactica, and it's undeniable that that's her. She has the same mannerisms, same use of the word frack. So Starbuck is in Halo 3, and it seems Starbuck might have died in Halo 3. So yeah. But hopefully you all enjoyed this video, found it to be interesting. If you did, make sure to leave a like, leave thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And aside from that, I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys!